So after spending 3 months in Cuiabá, we went to Rio de Janeiro. We flew there, and at the airport we were advised that we have to buy a ticket for the taxi, and that's what we did. It cost us 90 real to go to Copacabana, and it would have cost us less if we caught an Uber, but we were told that Uber can't get to the airport, so I'm not sure about that. But the journey to Copacabana was actually quite pleasant. The taxi driver spoke very good English, and he told us a lot about the city, the history, and pointed out some of the sites. And what surprised us was that everything seemed really nice and clean and organized. It certainly wasn't what we expected from Rio. So that was a very positive first impression. Our primary objective in Rio was a family reunion, a mini family reunion. So we didn't get to see everything that normally tourists would want to see in Rio, but we still got to see a few interesting sites, and so I'm going to take you on this journey. Botafogo Beach in Rio de Janeiro. Look at these beautiful mountains behind me. Crossing this road is an adventure on its own. I think there's like 4 or 5 lanes. There's no crossing, so you have to literally run across. It wasn't exactly the safest crossing, but look at this view, beautiful. It's our 3rd day in Rio, and now we're gonna go to see the Christ the Redeemer, and we decided to take this trail over here, Trailhead do Rio Carioca. Now have a look at this setting in here. Absolutely stunning. It doesn't look like this trail is being used much, but yeah, there are a lot of trails. Beautiful jungle setting. Wow, wow, wow. I think it's like 350 meters going up. So we're here with little kids. We'll see how they're gonna go. The rich folks, they're not climbing the stairs. They're going by the helicopter. That's an easier option. Is that more fun? I don't know, you decide. Walking in the jungle for me is more fun than going in a helicopter. Check this out. What we found on the way on this trek towards the Christ the Redeemer is an enormous jackfruit tree. Look at this. It's got a lot of fruits. They're not ripe, unfortunately. They're too hard. But man, they're very tempting. That's the easy way. We're doing it the hard way. Just following a trail. It's pretty steep. It would be a very beautiful walk if it wasn't for the constant helicopter noise. This is the Emperor's Pool. I wonder which emperor would climb up here and how they would actually climb up here. We made it to the train station on the top of the mountain, and we saw the first monkey. We haven't made it to the Christ the Redeemer statue yet. It's a little bit further up, but we're getting close. Look at this view in here. Fascinating. Well, we've been on this trail for some time, and this is why you don't take a helicopter. Because when you're on the trail, climbing up this steep, coming from sea level to this height, on a very steep climb, you actually appreciate this view a lot more. So we finally made it 3.5 hours, or no, 2.5 hours of trekking. Now look at this. Look at the crowd. Look at the view.
So when you get very close to the statue, when you zoom in, you can see the individual mosaic pieces that make up the surface of this concrete statue. And the reason why they cover that is to protect it from the elements.
From the Christ the Redeemer statue, we took the train down to the city, and then we chilled the rest of the afternoon at Copacabana Beach.
The famous Copacabana at night. It's as lively as it gets. And this is the off-season. Look at these restaurants lining up, bars lining up, people are playing beach tennis and whatever else. There's all sort of street vendors in here selling their arts and crafts, food, or scrap.
The following day, we decided to go and check out the Museum of Tomorrow. So we made it to the Museum of Tomorrow, Museo de Amano, or something like that. And I'm taking this opportunity to talk about our taxi experience yesterday. It's very disappointing. So we had to wait a lot for our Uber because we made a mistake with our pickup location, and so we're like, okay, let's just jump in a yellow cab here in Rio. And so that was all nice. The guy said that when we asked him how much it's gonna cost, he was very transparent. He said, he's gonna put on the meter. So we're like, okay, no problem. And what we failed to do is we failed to track on the map where he's going. So he took us around, and instead of paying like 40 real for the trip, we ended up paying 110 real. So last night made a decision that we're done with all these corrupt taxi drivers. So we're at the Museum of Tomorrow. You can see it behind me. It's quite a stunning building. Hopefully we'll be able to go into the museum because we didn't get tickets online. Apparently you have to buy it online. So we're just gonna walk up and check it out. After seeing various YouTube videos about the Museum of Tomorrow, I had high expectations, but frankly speaking, it was quite disappointing. I wouldn't go there again. But what was even more disappointing is the surrounding neighborhood.
The business center of Rio absolutely stinks in here. Look at these buildings. Oh my gosh. There's homeless everywhere. It's disgusting. Don't come here if you're a tourist.
So we were heading to the famous colorful steps of Rio. And on the way, we did see some beautiful things as well, like murals. And the steps were quite fascinating. We made it to the famous Escadaria Celaron. It is jam-packed. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon on a Sunday, and we're in the low season. Imagine this in the high season. So those are the stairs. I suppose the further you go up, the less people there are. Looks very cool. The following day, we decided to check out some beautiful buildings. So we went to the National Library of Brazil. This is the National Library of Brazil in Rio. It's one of the largest ones in the world. Look at this building. Absolutely amazing architecture.
This is special. The National Library of Brazil in Rio. Look at this interior. Holy smokes. So right next to the National Library, there is the theater. Look at that building. Hopefully we can get a sneak peek inside.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get into the theater because we just missed the last tour. But from the outside, that building was absolutely amazing. But we did get to go inside the chamber building. Our tour guide, she was quite cute. She was very nervous. It was her very first tour, English-speaking tour. She had done okay English. Yeah, we really appreciated her efforts. So we got to see that building. It's a free tour, and you just have to turn up and tell them that you want to go and see it. After our cultural outing, we went back to Ipanema Beach to watch the sunset.
Ipanema. They're making some burgers. We got 4 pieces of falafel. Wow, the surf is pretty good. Look at that. Nice. People are gathering to watch the sunset. We got a beautiful, dramatic. Now it's covering that mountain over there. You can see the favela going up on the mountain. There's a ton of people in here just waiting for the sunset. That's the thing in here.
Rio was also a wonderful place for my daughters to see what life is like for the billions of people around the world who are not as fortunate as they are being born into a rich country like Australia. I'm going to show you a short clip that I recorded at Copacabana Beach, not to criticize anybody, but with the intention of hopefully igniting some change in some of my wonderful viewers. We just had dinner at Copacabana right on the beach. Look at this view. But that in itself is not the big deal. The big deal, it was actually what we experienced, what we witnessed in here. And as a family, we had a conversation about it. Well, it was more of a monologue. I told my story for my observation to my daughters. But these are wonderful life lessons, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. So next to us, on that table, there were 2 guys, 2 local guys, and they had a decent dinner. They had drinks, multiple drinks, and then I noticed that they finished, and then they walked away with their little boxes of gadgets or whatever they were selling. So they're going back out to the street and hustling. And this is exactly why I wrote the Teeth of the Jungle series, because there's so many people who just don't understand economics whatsoever, don't understand how to budget. Like these guys, I wonder how much they have to work, how many hours they have to walk around the streets to enjoy dinner right on the beach at Copacabana and have drinks as well. So, like, it makes no sense. no sense to me. They could have made their own dinner for a fraction of the price, and just keep saving, keep building up, eventually have enough money to invest, and then just keep, building up their life. They continue living like this, they will never get out of the poverty cycle. Here's another dude selling his stuff. Just walking into the restaurant and just trying to sell some whistles to those who are trying to enjoy the dinner. Yeah, it's interesting. Rio has tremendous swells. The people are wonderful, most of them I would say, and it's got an absolutely amazing natural beauty. But unfortunately, it also has a side that people don't like to talk about, and that's really ugly. And if it wasn't for that, I could see myself moving to Rio, to be honest. It's such an awesome place. It's got the vibes that I always wanted to experience. But you can't close your eyes and your ears and your spirit over the ugly side of Rio that YouTubers don't like to talk about. We haven't spent much time in Rio, only about 8 days, and it was time for us to move to our next location. Now we just made it to our bus. Only 2 minutes to 10 o'clock in the morning. The driver wasn't overly happy, but what can you do in the peak hour traffic in Rio in the morning? So we're heading to Ubatuba now. And look at this bus, it's so cool. Very comfortable seats, and they are semi-lato, which means you can lean it back 135 degrees, and they're very, very nice and cushy. So it's gonna be a 5.5 hour journey. Hopefully we're gonna go by the beach. It's the first bus experience for us here in Brazil, and there will be many more to come in South America.
Knowledge isn't inherited. It's sought, earned, and experienced. Teeth of the Jungle. Education beyond adventure.